Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this.
Ooh, looks good. Memorial Day weekend is always big for movies, and it's kind of the official start of summer and kicking off the season for companies trying to launch their blockbusters. Film critic Brian Eggert from Deep Focus Review is here with his top 3 new releases. Do you think we have a really big summer ahead?
I do, yeah. I think there's a lot of really exciting movies coming out. Besides this weekend, there's Fantastic Four over the summer and a few
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, and there's another new Pixar movie that I'm really excited about. So yeah, I think there'll be a lot of big blockbusters this summer.
And I know there was a lot of buzz about this particular one that we're going to show, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
That's the pattern, isn't it? You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close.
You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I have no regrets. Maybe dangling from that airplane could be one. He's always dangling from a plane.
He's always dangling from something,
his
a
move.
building or something. Yes. So yeah, let's look at the good, the bad, the ugly with this. The good is that Tom Cruise is back. He's in his 60s. He's spry and doing stunts that none of us will ever be able to do.
Yeah.
He has a fight in his underwear. He looks better than any of us will ever look in our underwear. He's hanging off planes and diving into subs. It's all very cool.
Mm-hmm.
The bad is that, this is a nearly 3-hour-long movie. I would say about an hour is devoted to exposition and kind of flashbacks and sort of a clunky way of tying all these movies together and leading up to this one that I found, as a fan of this series, I found a little just awkward.
Yeah.
And then the ugly is that despite my quibbles and sort of finding it, maybe not as fun as other Mission Impossible movies, I'd still recommend seeing it. This is a great experience in the theater. Like, seeing it on an IMAX screen is just going to blow your mind, even though I don't think it's like the greatest Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience. It's a fun night out.
Yeah. Belle went last night.
Yeah.
She liked it. This is one that I personally am really excited for because Lilo and Stitch came out when I was a kid.
Sure.
And that was a movie that my sister, mom, and I loved. And it has a live action remake of it. And here's a peek.
Whoa. This one must have been a good one. Whoa.
Aww. Now you can kind of see why my mom cried in the movie theaters when the original came out. So adorable. This has been so highly anticipated. What do you think of Lilo and Stitch?
So, it's another one of these Disney live action remake things, and these are pretty, mostly misses for me. This one, I think, is the one exception.
Really?
Yeah, it really worked for me. I think there are certain aspects, like the aliens that are chasing after Stitch throughout the story, they're animated in such a way that doesn't really look like they fit with a live action movie. They look very cartoonish.
Okay.
I don't know, I kind of wanted them to be like puppets or something like that, like a Star Wars puppet, but that didn't really work, but that's not really important because the chemistry here is all between Lilo and Stitch. And Stitch is very cute, of course, and like a little blue fuzzball. And I love that he's like a chaos creature. And Lilo, who's played by Maya Kealoha, who's a first-time actress, she doesn't really have like that stage-ready presence, where she's kind of like mugging for the camera, nor does she feel like really awkward on screen. She's just very natural. Even though she's playing opposite like a CGI character, it feels like she's just a kid who's playing with her puppy. And that is super fun and super cute to watch. And, you're familiar with the movie, so you know that, there's some pretty heavy kind of underpinnings here that are going to bring a tear to your eye. Yeah. That's very true with this one. I definitely recommend seeing it. I don't think it's a perfect movie, but it's a very good adaptation.
Wow, that's good to hear that
Yeah.
You like this adaptation. All right, we have one more, and this is Phoenician Scheme.
Is this supposed to be here? It was under the lunch trolley.
Oh dear, who shot you?
Terry's from out of town. Help yourself to a hand grenade.
You're very kind.
Could you imagine falling in love with a man like me, by the way, hypothetically?
You're drunk on 3 beers.
Okay, I recognize the style of shooting and editing here. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Yeah, so this is the latest from Wes Anderson. Benicio del Toro stars as kind of this wealthy industrialist who's moving all across the country and developing enemies, so he's constantly fending off assassination attempts. And because of that, he brings in his daughter, who's a novitiate nun, and tries to welcome her into his business. So it's got kind of a Godfather quality to it. Of course, you're seeing a huge cast here. It's got Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Scarlett Johansson, Benedict Cumberbatch, all these people showing up. And then, as a Wes Anderson movie, you're seeing very meticulous detail. Everything is labored over in terms of design. Every camera movement is intentional. There's not a loose thread in this thing. It's really fascinating to watch. But it also feels like you're watching maybe like a hermetically sealed diorama at times, which can feel a little like hard to breathe in that environment. I think Wes Anderson fans are going to love this movie. If you're not familiar with his work at all, it may seem a little strange to you. But there is kind of a small emotional underpinning that has really resonated with me more in the days since it's been over with. There's so much style in this that it can be overwhelming, but I think the next day you're going to be like, wow, actually that really worked for me.
Aw,
Yeah.
cool. Well, yeah, Wes Anderson, he's definitely unique. You are a part of Cinephiles on KARE 11 Plus.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this project.
Yeah, so it's myself, Chris Rapsky, and Jamie Rogers, who's works for KARE 11, and she's also a great kind of film journalist,
Yes.
and
She's our film guru in-house.
yeah, she's great, and we just take it's like what we're doing here, but just a little more time to talk about movies in detail. We've had one episode so far, and we're developing more, and it's no 2 episodes I think are going to be the same. We're going to be doing like ranking our Mission Impossible favorites on the next episode, and talking about movie news and that sort of thing. So yeah,
Awesome.
if you want more of this, definitely check out the Cinephiles on KARE 11 Plus.
All right, thank you so much, friend. All right, and coming up next, we will have more on KARE 11 Saturdays. And of course, too, we got to mention, you can always find Deep Focus reviews on his website. We have a link on KARE11.com.